With me, as always, is your Lord of Punishment. Say hi, Scribe.
Hi, Scribe.
Hi, Hattie.
And your Lord of Pennies is here as well. Say hello, Satsu.
Hello, Satsu.
And I am your Lord of Pain, the Ranting Monkey. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Saturday. If you couldn't tell, we have a guest, the Grand Monkey. Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi, chat.
Hi, chat. Hi, Goopy.
Don't
Hi,
play with that. No,
Obi.
not that. Okay, no. Okay, you're gonna nothing up here. Okay, don't touch any of that. You can play. No, you're gonna have to get down. Right there, you go. How was everybody's day, Satsu? How was your day?
How is sauce?
That's my sauce for my sandwich the other day.
No, that's not sauce.
It is sauce.
This
It even says it right
is
there on
sauce.
that's ketchup.
sauce. And this is sauce.
That's also sauce. But can I have these so I can let Satsu talk?
Sauce.
No, don't
Sauce.
squeeze them. Don't. Okay, Satsu, I'm sorry. How are you, sir?
Exhausted, but I'm good.
You have to let Satsu talk. Try one more time.
Woo!
Not you. I think I heard you say exhausted but good.
Yes.
And Scribe, how are you?
Great.
Beef.
Great.
Beef.
What's with the great thing? Are you feeling great? How are you, Grand Monkey?
Not great.
Why not great? Did you have a bad day?
Great.
There you go.
Great.
And I'm okay.
Great.
Yeah, I'm tired. I had a nap
Great.
earlier and
Great.
got woke up by this beautiful
Great.
one. Stop. No, nothing with the mic or we will have to get down, okay?
Great.
Yes. She showed me all her new gymnastics moves today, which was cool. You do gymnastics now? Are you really good at it?
No.
Yes, you are.
No.
What's your favorite thing to do?
Grandpa.
Oh,
The grandpa walk.
the grandpa walk. It's walking up a wall. That's not the same.
Grandpa.
Oh, you are so silly. We'll eventually get to the show.
I couldn't hear you.
Do you want to hear?
Yeah.
All right.
No. Yeah.
You have to be cool for a bit. Here. All right. She's not going to hear.
No.
I can't put them on over your ears or over your hands.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
No, birdie. Pick the bird.
You have a crazy granddaughter in here.
Okay, we got to brush teeth and get to bed.
Tell everybody good night.
Tell everybody good night.
Good night.
Bye. Good
All
night,
right.
Grandma.
Love you.
Pick me up.
I can't.
You don't need picked up. You're
No,
young and
No.
oh dear Lord.
Wish me luck.
Good luck. And that is Grand Monkey when she's overly tired. How are you guys tonight? Wow.
Hey, SDA's in the chat. I wonder if she wants to talk about suicide is painless.
Is Sta here? Where's she at?
She's in the
chat.
Chizette.
SDA, you want to come hang out? Let me know. Yeah. Sorry that she's a little bit crazy today, but I love her, so you have to put up with it. I was coming downstairs earlier. I said, I love you. It was just quiet. I said, do you love me? She goes, no. And Lady Monkey goes, I'm glad she only does that to you. I'm like, yeah, it's okay, though, because watch. And she lays down on the floor, and she looks at me, and she just puts her hands up in a hug motion. So I went over, and I picked her up, and she just cuddled into me real hard for like a whole minute. I'm like, see, that's why I don't mind when she says silly shit like she doesn't love me. Where's that at? There it is. Thank you. Sheograph who says, hi, Lady Monkey. Hi, Grand Monkey. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Whoops. There we go. I don't even know where we're supposed to be in the show. Monkey Dick, Jim Jones, movies, video games. Hit that like button and share, guys. Share our stuff far and wide. Do we have anything to talk about before we get into other stuff?
I don't know. Do we? What was that?
She said 11 days until Squeedus.
11 days until Squeedus. Oh, my goodness.
Do you guys have an advent calendar going?
Oh, yeah, no. She's counting down, though. And Squeedus is like, bitch, you think 11 days.
What are you guys going to do if it turns out to be like 28 days?
I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
Oh, doesn't that make it a zombie?
Well, it depends on which one you watched.
I guess so. Yeah.
Our latest was only 7 days. The first two were both 7 days late.
Nope.
So
Nope. Not happening.
if it makes you feel better. No, wait. The first two were both 7 days early. The last one was 9 days late. I confused that.
Was it 7 days to cry?
Not exactly.
Oh.
Don't forget to come watch us over on 2 Cents Plus after this for some No Man's Sky fun. But other than that, I think that's all I had. Scribe, was there any kind of news today?
Not really.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Kind of a slow news.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty quiet on the Western Front, as it were.
Hashtag I'm not sad.
So, for those of you that didn't know, Jeffrey Epstein, was he a millionaire or billionaire? Something? Billionaire. The billionaire suspected and accused, but unfortunately will never be tried, at least not again. Admitted. Child abuser, sexual trafficker, pimp, depending on how you look at it, killed himself, and you can hear the air quotes I'm putting up as I'm saying that, depending on who you ask, yesterday or last night or early yesterday morning or something like that. And I found it interesting, especially this morning, to say that Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide on National Kool-Aid Day. But yeah, there's lots of skepticism and suspicion about the circumstances surrounding this guy's suicide. And as a consequence, the Attorney General is appalled over Epstein's death and announces an investigation. The Justice Department's Inspector General is opening an investigation into the circumstances surrounding the death of multi-millionaire financier and accused sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein, Attorney General William Barr announced on Saturday. The Federal Bureau of Prisons confirmed Epstein's death, saying he was found unresponsive in his cell on Saturday in New York's Metropolitan Correctional Center around 6:30 a.m. Eastern. Oh, okay, so it wasn't on Kool-Aid Day. All right.
No, he missed it by 6 hours.
Shucks. All right. Well, anyway.
Real quick. Hi, SDA.
Hi.
Hi, SDA.
How are you guys?
What up, Dow?
We're learning about people dying on Suicide Watch.
I'm not sad. I'm not sad.
I'm not sad.
I'm not sad either.
Hashtag I'm not sad.
Oh my God. Dude, I think I said this on Twitter, but I think somebody thought Suicide Watch meant watch him commit suicide.
Yes.
No, that's not.
Let's see. The Bureau's release called it, quote, an apparent suicide, unquote, and said the FBI is investigating. 2 law enforcement sources told CNN that Epstein died by suicide. Barr said he was appalled to learn of Epstein's death while in federal custody awaiting trial. Quote, I was appalled to learn that Jeffrey Epstein was found dead early this morning from an apparent suicide while in federal custody. Mr. Epstein's death raises serious questions that must be answered, Barr said in a statement.
No
Quote,
shit.
In addition to the FBI's investigation, I have consulted with the Inspector General, who is opening an investigation into the circumstances of Mr. Epstein's death, unquote. Epstein has been jailed since early July when he pleaded not guilty to charges by New York federal prosecutors after an indictment accused him of sex trafficking dozens of underage girls, some as young as 14 years old. The Southern District of New York's investigation into Epstein's alleged conduct is ongoing after his death, according to Jeffrey Berman, the U.S. attorney overseeing that office. Quote, today's events are disturbing, and we are deeply aware of their potential to present yet another hurdle to giving Epstein's many victims their day in court, Berman said in a statement.
Wait. We're deeply aware of the hurdles?
We're deeply aware of their potential to... okay, let me start over. Today's events are disturbing, and we are deeply aware of their potential to present yet another hurdle to giving Epstein's many victims their day in court.
All right.
Well, wouldn't that be like the ultimate hurdle since he...
No shit.
Well, it depends on if they can bring charges against other people who are involved in the abuse.
Oh, well, yeah.
That's yeah, because with him gone, he can't testify or give further information. So now the investigation goes on without him.
Well, yeah, because if he's gone, then he's just dead, and there's no one to prosecute.
Well,
maybe Marianne Williamson knows somebody who can do a seance.
Ooh, there you go. Quote, to those brave young women who have already come forward and to the many others who have yet to do so, let me reiterate that we remain committed to standing for you and our investigation of the conduct charged in the indictment, which included a conspiracy count, remains ongoing. No foul play is suspected in Epstein's death, a federal official told CNN.
I was going to say by who, because lots of us suspect it.
A federal official, so one you won't name and won't be named. Okay. Authorities believe Epstein hanged himself, a law enforcement source told CNN. After Epstein was placed on suicide watch when he was found with marks on his neck on July 23rd, daily psychological assessments were conducted on him, according to a source familiar with the matter. But at the end of the month, psychologists with the Bureau of Prisons took him off suicide watch and cleared him to return to his cell in the special housing unit, the source said. Those psychologists were promptly disbarred.
They should be, because they're not very good at their fucking job.
Barr is livid at the events surrounding the apparent suicide of Epstein and is determined to get to the bottom of what happened, according to a source familiar with the situation.
Well, what happened was they took him off of suicide watch and then he, or supposedly, committed suicide. Like, we're trying to investigate this. Like, ma'am.
Let's see, are they going to talk about how the cameras weren't working and how the guys were not around at the time?
Well, I just love that they're all like, how could this happen? Well, if you don't watch someone for whether or not they're going to commit suicide, apparently it's a whole lot easier for them to commit suicide.
Well, that's one of the conspiracy theories, is that he was intentionally left alone with the means to do himself in, and nobody killed him, but allowed for the opportunity for him to kill himself.
Well, also, honey, let's be honest. Unless you're in a room wearing nothing with nothing, you can find a way to kill yourself. So there's pretty much, like, if somebody really wants to self-dead, there's pretty much nothing you can do to make them do a stop it.
Make them do
unless you have him under 24-hour surveillance, which suicide watch would do.
Or you just sedate them.
Sedating him would work. I want to talk to this psychologist that said, no, he's fine. Like, where did you get your degree?
But yeah, for more information on this story, consult Twitter memes.
Twitter memes have been fucking amazing.
They really have been. It's been great. I've been enjoying that.
I just want to point out once again, Badger had my favorite one, which I don't know if it ever got put to a picture, but it needs to. It said, if you think you were surprised by Jeffrey Epstein's suicide, imagine how surprised he was.
I saw that on Facebook. That was hilarious.
I don't know if there's anything more to be said right now because everything else is just speculation. And we did a whole stream about that earlier today. So.
We did indeed, because how could you not when it was Jeffrey Epstein? We had the dump yesterday. And I do want to just talk about this, and we did mention it earlier, but the man was on suicide watch for at least a little bit at the end of last month, right?
About a week or so, yeah.
Yeah, and then yesterday, there's this huge document dump. And they don't even think to check on the guy. Real quick over on the Streamlabs. Thank you, FBI Division 6. Hello, sir. We are just messaging you to make sure you are and all your constituents are having your government-mandated happy thoughts, and that nobody in this group has been assigned to the SAD intervention program here at Langley. Hashtag I'm not sad. Well played. I'm not sad. If you talk about the Clintons, sometimes you can become very, very sad. And I just want to point out, I'm not sad. But if ever there was a time to watch this guy again, it would be today. I mean, at least keep an extra eye on him for a few minutes. No. Oh, shit. He hanged himself. The same shit he tried before. Huh? Ain't that a bitch?
Oh, Terry Diamantes?
Thank you so much, Terry. Oh, God bless. The chat is jumping on me. Maybe the suicide watch was a counterfeit Rolex.
I get it.
Yay!
Thank you, Terry.
That didn't even. Usually his jokes take me a minute. It didn't take me a minute.
Yeah, well, it's a long way between here and Australia.
Thanks.
Indeed. And over on the Streamlabs, thank you, X43. I used to do suicide watches at a mental hospital. You sit 10 feet away and watch them. I never had anyone get sad on my watch or any of my colleagues. This is gross incompetence at the minimum. Again, we're the early stages, so we're still in the speculation. Half the stuff that's being said, I don't know what's even true.
And let's be honest, most of this is just a meme factory at this point.
Yep. So, but again, if you thought he was suicidal before and you did nothing after this document dump, at the very least, somebody was incompetent here.
And there's another little piece of trivia, just for the sake of mentioning. The Jeffrey Epstein suicide is apparently the first suicide ever committed at MCC in New York.
Well, too bad he won't be alive to receive his trophy.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people who've committed suicide around the Clintons who were the first. I mean, there was that dude who's the first one I ever heard of who double tapped himself to the back of the head.
Oh,
it's amazing.
God, I forget his name all of a sudden. I know the lawyer guy. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Anyhow.
Yeah,
Anyway,
a lot of people who know the Clintons seem to commit suicide.
It's amazing.
They're really sad people.
I'm happy. I'm not sad.
Yeah. Well, I have other stories to talk about. I mean, they're not as exciting as Jeffrey Epstein, I don't think, but
they're not going to make us sad, are they?
I don't think so. But apparently, Andrew Yang is very sad.
Oh, what's he sad about?
Well, Andrew Yang breaks down in tears at gun safety town hall. Quote, "I have a 6 and 3-year-old boy, and I was imagining ... Democratic presidential candidate and businessman Andrew Yang became visibly emotional when discussing gun violence prevention with a woman who said she lost her daughter to a stray bullet. The exchange came less than a week after a masked gunman in Dayton, Ohio killed 9 and injured 27 early Sunday morning. Last weekend also saw a shooting in El Paso, Texas that left 22 dead and more than 24 wounded. During the Everytown Gun Safety Town Hall in Des Moines, Iowa on Saturday, Yang was asked a question by a woman named Stephanie about preventing unintentional shootings by children. Stephanie, who is from Las Vegas, said she lost her 4-year-old daughter Dayla when she was struck and killed by a stray bullet in March 2011. Her son, Dayla's twin, witnessed it. Quote, "Firearms are the second leading cause of death for children and teenagers in the U.S." Are they? Okay. But 4.6 million American children live in homes with at least one gun that is loaded and unlocked, and hundreds of them gain access to a gun and unintentionally shoot themselves or someone else every year, she said to Yang, probably reading from a card. As president, how would you address unintentional shootings by children? Let's stop right there. How would anyone address unintentional shootings by children except by going after the person responsible for the gun?
There's no other real way.
I mean, if you're talking about a minor child and it was unintentional, as stated, then you're probably not going to prosecute that kid for murder. So you hold the parent responsible for reckless endangerment, I suppose, amongst other things.
Well, what she means is, would you get rid of all the guns?
Or insist on trigger locks, that kind of stuff.
A lot of states already do.
Yes.
When Stephanie finished her question, Yang asked the moderator if it was okay if he went to give her a hug. As he came back up on stage, Yang said, quote, "I have a 6 and 3-year-old boy, and I was imagining ... unquote, before getting too choked up to continue. Fighting back tears for several seconds, he added, quote, "I was imagining it was one of them that got shot and the other saw," unquote, before breaking down into tears again and telling Stephanie, "I'm so sorry."
Look, what you like to do in bed is your business. We don't need to know about that.
Oh!
Real quick, thank you, James Colley, who says, PSA, please spay and neuter your bullets to control the bullet population.
Yang continued to fight his tears. If they're actually... No, I'm not going to be that cynical. He probably was. And the audience clapped supportively. Composing himself, Yang explained that, quote, the biggest downside of running for president for me has been that I don't get to see my family very much. And you're also very good at avoiding the question you were asked, actually. Quote, that scene that she described, I'm sorry, it's like very, very affecting, he said. I think you used the wrong... Okay, it's affecting person who was transcribing this because it's coming at... Never mind.
Yeah, because it's a verb. Yes, you're right.
Yes,
because affect is the verb and then effect is the noun.
Yes.
Although you can effect the effect, and if you do that, then you are effective.
Yes, but in this instance, yeah.
But in this instant, it would be affect. Yeah.
Yeah, and anyway, so this is CNN, so they don't care. Quote, you're right that when there's a gun in the household, you're more likely to have a child get shot or the owner get shot than to kill, let's say, an intruder into the house. Those are just numbers. Those are just the facts. I don't know if that is true or not, but of course he doesn't cite anything. Let's see. Quote, if we can convince Americans... Oh, and by the way, CNN, when you start off a quote like that, you either have to capitalize the first letter or put it in parentheses to show that you're coming in the middle of a sentence. You don't lowercase it. Just CNN, grow up. If we can convince Americans that personalized guns are a good idea, then again, if the child gets a hold of the gun, then they can't do anything with it. Then it just becomes a very heavy, expensive prop. So he's talking about like biometric locks on the gun or fingerprint IDs or something like
fingerprint
that.
Gun locks, yeah.
Let's see. Referencing that gun owners are parents and have similar concerns, Yang argued that, quote, if you say, hey, we'll upgrade your guns for free, when we can do that, like you can upgrade the guns for free, that would help make kids safer in our homes. How much would that cost?
Upgrade your guns for free, guy.
Yeah, I'll replace all the stocks of all your guns with fingerprint IDs, and they're totally always effective, I guess. I don't know.
Always effective.
And your completely not technologically savvy child won't figure it out at all.
No. Anyway, that was Andrew Yang's emotional roller coaster. So Monkey, let's see, we only got a couple minutes left. Well, let's see, we'll take our time. Do you want to do fact-checking Bernie, or do you want to talk about The Hunt?
Let's go ahead and just do The Hunt and get that one out of the way.
All right. Universal Pictures pulls thriller The Hunt in the wake of 2 mass shootings. Universal Pictures has pulled the release of satirical thriller The Hunt, which had been slated to hit theaters on September 27th. Quote, while Universal Pictures has already paused the marketing campaign for The Hunt, after thoughtful consideration, the studio has decided to cancel our plans to release the film. A Universal spokesperson told CNN. Okay, CNN, if you end a quote with a comma, the next letter is lowercase, unless you're talking about a person or something, or I don't even know.
It's unless it's like a proper noun.
The letter A is not capitalized after a comma. If you had ended the quote as the end of the sentence, but you couldn't because you're quoting a Universal spokesperson who told CNN in a statement. So, okay, I'm going to have an aneurysm later. Quote, we stand by our filmmakers and will continue to distribute films in partnership with bold and visionary creators, except when we chicken out like this. Oh, wait, no, that's my part. Like those associated with the satirical social thriller, but we understand that now is not the right time to release this film, unquote.
So when is a good time to release a film about killing Trump supporters? Just not now. And shooting aren't going to ever stop, so...
What's the satire there exactly?
I suppose it's because they call the targets deplorables, and so it's meant to be a satire of liberals versus alt-right / MAGA people in an extreme hyper sense of things.
Well, the way Shu tried to frame it is the conservatives, the deplorables are framed as the protagonists and the heroes of the story. And I'm just like, you really think that a liberal watching this movie, a radical watching this movie, watching these people hunt down these deplorables are like, I'm rooting for the good guys, the guys that are being hunted, those poor guys. They're like, no, kill those motherfuckers.
Thank you, Pincalo. Really? They are Spider-Man wanting the hunt? Yeah, they're shelving it for now. It'll be back.
Yeah. Or direct to video or limited release or something. And then somebody will probably get a pirated copy and it'll be all over like the streams and stuff. Yeah, it'll be out there, whatever.
They did this with Die Hard 3.
They did this with Collateral with Arnold Schwarzenegger. That was, I believe, shortly after 9/11. So
yeah, it happens with movies all the time. This one's just a little more weird because it seems like a direct, hey, we're gonna go shoot people kind of thing.
Yeah, this isn't there was a Twin Tower reference in a movie, or there's a picture of the Twin Towers in a movie, and we're gonna hold it back for the sake of people's feelings. No, this is, we're making a political statement using people shooting other people, and that's a little bit, and that's a bit more than just sort of like, it's a bit too close to current events. So
no, I just keep seeing it described as a satire, and I'm trying my best to figure out how it's satire. So
well, if they're taking the political rhetoric and imagining a scenario where it's taken to the most extreme level possible, that you could say is a satire,
I suppose.
Yeah.
Is it extreme though, if that's what they actually advocate and want to do?
Well, I mean,
Reza Aslan should be the biggest cheerleader for this movie.
Oh,
because I'm thinking of the reviews in my head, and I'm thinking like, hey, this movie is supposed to be it's supposed to be satire or whatever, but I think these people got the right idea.
Well, that's the thing. Depending on who's going to see it, one side will be the villains and the other side will be the heroes.
Exactly.
Oh. All right. Anyway, so that's basically it. And they also talked about how the ads were pulled from ESPN. We talked about that last night, I think. So yeah.
Not ESPN.
All right. Shall I fact check Bernie, or I should say, should CNN fact check Bernie, or do we want to just go into MSS News?
It might be an actual fact checking because it's not somebody that like. So let's check it.
Let's see it real quick, and we'll see how interesting it is.
Fact check: Bernie Sanders has made the same false claim about health spending for 10 years.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, really?
Oh boy, let's see. Senator Bernie Sanders of Vermont is once again saying on the campaign trail and in interviews that the U.S. spends twice as much on health care per capita as any other country in the world. It's a claim he has been making since at least 2009, when PolitiFact noted that it was false. He made it again in 2015, when PolitiFact noted that it was still false. Facts first, it's still false now. The U.S. does not spend the highest amount on healthcare per capita of any organization for economic cooperation and development country, but not double for every single one. The claim has been a staple of Sanders' rhetoric during his campaign for the Democratic presidential nomination. Then they go over his history of him talking about it. So, yeah, he keeps making it, and it's not true. They have some numbers if you want to hear the numbers.
Sure, actually, I would.
According to 2018 estimates from the OECD, a primary source of data on health spending for wealthy countries, the U.S. spent $10,586 per person last year. Switzerland, $7,317 per person. Norway, $6,187 per person. And Germany, $5,986 per person, were substantially above half the U.S. level. Sweden, $5,447 per person. Austria, $5,395 per person, and Denmark, $5,299 per person, were very slightly above half. The situation was similar in 2017, the last year for which the OECD has hard data. The U.S. spent $10,207 per person, so about $300 less. And then they go into all the countries again, and everything descends from about 7,000 down to 5,000. So,
okay, so basically, he's exaggerating.
Yes, embellishing.
All right.
And that's all the news that I got.
All right. And with that, guys, we're going to move on to hashtag MSS News. If there's a story you'd like us to take a look at, hit us up at the hashtag MSS News. We can't get to them all, but that's just because we're not sad. Scribe?
Let me pull up the wonderful world here. Twitter is taking its sweet time to respond to my... Look, I don't know what it is. Like, I click on the search bar, and then I start typing, and I look up, and the little thing hasn't actually shown up yet. So, I don't know. It's been this weird delay ever since the last update. It's just been really screwy. Okay, this one comes from Frosted Glass. This week in patriarchy from The Guardian.
Oh boy.
Strange how some anti-abortion activists are happy to separate kids from parents. I would bet you that several pro-choice people are happy to have criminals prosecuted, even if they have families. I would bet you.
Oh yeah, and funny how people have been completely fine with families being separated when somebody gets arrested, but now all of a sudden they're like, "This is wrong and cruel."
Let's see. Tate Reeves, Mississippi's lieutenant governor, congratulated Trump on the ICE raids, which is odd since Reeves positioned himself as a protector of children. I don't know. Maybe trying to discourage people from dragging their minor children across a desert to drown in a river might be a point. I don't know. But the cruelty is the point. Immigration officials arrested almost 700 undocumented workers at a Mississippi food processing plant on Wednesday. I thought it was 700 across several different plants. Was it just one?
Not that I was aware of.
I thought it was several different places. In the largest single state workplace raid in U.S. history, hundreds of those workers are still locked up and their kids have been left traumatized and temporarily homeless. Yeah, they just threw the kids out on the street. That's what they did.
That's what we do.
Quote, children relied on neighbors and strangers to pick them up outside their homes after school, Mississippi's local WJTV reported. They drove the children to a community center where people tried to keep them calm, but many kids could not stop crying for mom and dad. While kids were sobbing, government officials were celebrating. Tate Reeves, the lieutenant governor, congratulated Donald Trump on the raids, tweeting, quote, glad to see that ICE is working hard to enforce our immigration laws. 680 aliens detained in Mississippi today. We must enforce our laws for the safety of all Americans, unquote. This goes on for quite a while. Short version, the Tate Reeves guy is anti-abortion, but he's happy hurting children.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
There you go. Here we go. This one comes from Peter Stewart. Flat Earther to blast off Sunday in homemade steam-powered rocket.
This guy again?
I can see it now. Second suicide in 2 days occurs.
Does he know the Clintons?
A flat earther is looking to blast off towards space in a homemade steam-powered rocket in a launch he's dedicating to U.S. President Donald Trump. Self-taught scientist Mad Mike Hughes plans to launch himself more than 1,500 meters into the sky on Sunday and arc over the curve of the Earth. Oh, whoops. Sorry. That kind of disproves the theory. The 62-year-old limo driver and amateur rocketeer has gained attention in the past for his launches. He had several failed attempts before his first successful launch in March of last year. Hughes successfully launched his rocket off a ramp made from a mobile home and scaffolding, making it 572 meters into the sky on the rocket before deploying his parachute and gliding back to Earth. Amazingly, he walked away from the launch with only a sore back. This time, his sights are set even higher, tripling the height of the previous launch with an upgraded version of the rocket that he launched last year. Decked out with emojis and the logo of the mission's primary funder HUD, a hookup and casual dating app, Hughes is looking to blast off to new heights.
Real quick, thank you, James Colley. It's okay to hurt kids if you're pro-choice? Just let it happen.
Yeah, I I don't understand this person, but if he wants to go shoot himself off into the stratosphere, I hope he's got it.
He was gonna do this a couple months ago, and for some reason it got grounded. Yeah. All right, dumbass, go blow yourself up.
All right. I'm sure there'll be footage.
I hope there's footage.
Let's see. Oh, this sounds cute. This one comes from Shrouded Angel. That's quackers. A tsunami of runaway ducks engulfs a road and brings traffic to a standstill in India.
Oh,
That's a lot of ducks. I'll put the link in the chat so conceivably people can see that. A mass stampede of runaway ducks brought traffic to a standstill as they flooded a busy city road. The video clip shows the feathery flock waddle towards the cars and scooters on the road in Alapuzha, Kerala, southern India. I'm probably fucking that up. Pedestrians can be seen scarpering? Do you mean scampering? I mean, no, the R is nowhere near on the... Okay, scarpering. I haven't heard that word before. Maybe that's a British thing or something? Scarpering. If that's actually a word, I can't say that I've heard it before. Scarpering out of the way to avoid getting caught in the pathway of the ducks and probably all their poop. The brown feathered ducks filter onto an adjoining road as onlookers attempt to direct them away from the oncoming traffic. Anyway, they just describe what you can see in the video. So videos in the chat. Yeah. So I wonder if that's a usual occurrence there, because that seems like it would get annoying after a while if ducks are just trying to cross the street all the time.
Yeah. And ducks are assholes. They're pretty to watch, but they're assholes. So
Prospero says, yes, to scarper is to run off, usually after picking a pocket. Scribe light. Okay, well, learn something new every day. I thought they misspelled scamper. Let's see. And then my Twitter decides to reset itself to the main page because I clicked at an empty spot. I don't know what's going on with Twitter, or at least the app lately. Sorry, guys. That's an ad. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is a weird story. I saw this early this morning. This one comes from Jack the motherfucking Cockring. Russia Nuclear Agency says 5 dead in missile test explosion.
From suicide?
Well, earlier in the morning, they were saying it was a jet propulsion accident.
Ooh, that's more exciting.
Except for the fact that at the time there was this jet propulsion accident, there was also this spike in radiation levels detected in the area.
Oops.
So it was like, I don't think it was just jet propulsion they were messing with. But now they've apparently had to fess up to the fact that it was a nuclear experiment. Russia's nuclear agency said Saturday that 5 of its employees were killed earlier this week when a rocket engine exploded during a missile test at a military base in the far north Arkhangelsk region. Russia's defense ministry initially said that 2 people died in Thursday's explosion and 4 were injured, including servicemen and civilian engineers. It was not immediately clear if the 5 fatalities cited in a Saturday statement by Rosatom were all in addition to the previously reported deaths. That was a confusing sentence. In addition to the 5 deaths, Rosatom said 3 of its employees were treated for burns. Were they nuclear burns or radiation burns?
radiation burns.
The test took place on a sea platform during a period of work related to the engineering and technical support of, quote, isotopic power sources in a liquid propulsion system. So nuclear missiles is what you're saying.
I'm curious.
I am too.
So they were actually firing a missile with nuclear material on it?
Apparently so.
Well, that's not good.
The explosion led to radiation levels spiking up to 20 times above normal in the nearby city of Severodonetsk for about half an hour. The Defense Ministry initially reported that no radiation change was detected, but officials later contradicted those claims in a statement that was taken down on Friday without explanation. Local media has reported that local residents have been stocking up on iodine, which helps to reduce the effects of radiation exposure.
Okay.
Yeah. Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing at all.
Huh.
Yeah.
I
Anyway, nuclear missile tests in Russia, that fucked up. So, anyway, how about something not even happy or fun or anything, but it is a thing that happened.
Yay.
Silly Billy sends us this one. It's not very silly, though. And I hope the kid is named Billy, but it doesn't really matter. And now the sirens are coming. I will mute myself a moment, guys.
He's got sirens coming. And hang on, I got to bring up the hashtag. I don't have it up yet. Nope, that's the wrong one. That's for the other show.
Okay. Florida teenager, 13, impaled by beach umbrella while vacationing in Massachusetts.
Oof. Ow.
A 13-year-old Florida boy was hospitalized Friday after he was impaled by an umbrella at a Massachusetts beach.
Okay. Which direction?
What do you mean, which direction?
Like horizontally or the correct way?
Would you like me to read the story?
I'm just asking a question.
Well, let me get through the story and maybe your question will be asked or answered, I should say.
Okay.
I mean, how long have we been doing this off and on over the years now? I sometimes feel like you do this on purpose.
Scribe do the same thing, man.
I don't I'm just asking the question, okay?
Oh, so you're a journalist, not an investigator. Oh, sorry, an investigator, not a journalist.
She's an investigator.
Okay. Gloucester first responders responded to a call around 1:40 p.m. Friday after reports that an umbrella at Good Harbor Beach, ironic, had become dislodged and struck a young victim in the left shoulder. There you go. Quote, went up in the air and hit a couple of ladies in the head and came down and impaled the poor boy right in the armpit, and there was blood everywhere. Uh-oh. An EMT and a nurse who were already at the beach rushed to help the teenager who was visiting from Florida until first responders arrived. The boy is expected to recover, thank goodness. Quote, to my best guess, it was a freak accident, said Fire Captain Nick Quillette.
Real quick, thank you, Terry Diamandis. Don't let Scribe listen to the sirens. They'll guide his ship into the rocks.
Oh, ha 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 ha. Odysseus much? All right. Yeah, well, I'm glad the kid's going to survive.
So an umbrella went flying into the air and came down and stabbed him in the shoulder.
It became a giant lawn dart. Yeah.
A lawn dart.
Remember lawn darts before they started being outlawed for killing people?
Before they realized they were killing kids? Yeah.
Like throwing metal spikes in the air at children. That's a smart idea.
Not just metal spikes, weighted metal spikes.
Well, yeah, you know. Let's see. Princess Unicorn Nipple sent us a story about the hunt. Original Shroom sent us the story about the bar being starting an investigation into Epstein. Jack Cochran sent us the Epstein story. Chicago Mike sent us the Epstein story. Okay, this one. Let's see. Cynical Kathy says, it's a month old, but I still had to share. Okay. All right. You got a super chat.
Where do I have it? Oh, Corey, thank you so much. The spirit of Florida man haunts even to there.
I tell you, there is a great Netflix series just waiting to be made. Netflix, if you're listening, I got it all planned out. It's an anthology show. It's gonna be great. It'll be like Black Mirror, but it'll be Florida Man. So this is from Rolling Stone. Is Ed Sheeran's new ketchup, Ed Chup, the best ketchup on earth?
What?
First off, I have never quite understood, and nor did I think I've ever heard a song of Ed Sheeran, or why he's famous, or why I should care. Who is he?
He is a pop star.
Yeah. Or a dime a dozen.
He makes music, and people exchange currency for goods and services.
Yes. What kind of music does he do?
Pop music. Scribe.
That could be a lot of things.
Yeah, pop music. That's
popular music means anything that is.
I know.
Popular.
I'm telling you.
Is there a genre that he falls into aside from pop?
like meh.
I mean, is he country? Is he like rock
Country
and roll?
is not pop right now.
Is he whiny emo boy?
No, that's not popular either.
Depends on the year.
That's like never popular, Scribe.
Well, how would you describe Ed Sheeran's music?
It's like the indie slow stuff. The like, well, like I wouldn't say pseudo romantic because like it is the romantic stuff, but like it's meant to make a girl think like, oh my god, that could be me, that kind of thing.
Panty drop music.
Yeah, but it's like slow and awful and like a snooze fest.
So like a John Mayer on Valium.
Yeah.
Okay. See, that's all I needed to know. I'm just trying to figure it out because I don't understand.
JR says whining pop.
Whiny pop. There you go. Ed Sheeran is a condiment. I intentionally fucked that up. More precisely, he's the proud recipient of a ketchup line, Heinz Tomato Edchup. That sounds so appetizing. For years, the singer was a noted enthusiast of the red liquid. Isn't that what caused the time travel in the Star Trek movie?
I don't know. Like, look, I don't care how uppity you're trying to make your writing sound, but a noted enthusiast of the red liquid, really?
Yeah. Okay. Well,
really?
Here's the next little trivia that makes me have absolutely no interest in this singer. His bicep has a tattoo of a Heinz label.
Why?
Try Bud Dry. I don't know. But I'm okay. Anyway, I suppose if you had to have some kind of endorsement / collaboration with a company, that is a unique idea. I hadn't heard of anybody trying to make a celebrity ketchup before, unless you're maybe Paul Newman. But
that's true.
Everybody knows exactly what kind of product I would be a part of.
Moonbase.
Well, yes, there's that. That's, well, I guess it's not a product, but I mean, like
Dr. Pepper.
No.
Jack.
No.
Whips.
Goldfish.
Yes.
There we go.
There you go. All right. Let's see who's next. Well, thank you, Cynical.
I
Kathy.
want my own brand of ramen.
Ooh, there you go. Oh, let's see. Monkey.
Who wants to eat monkey ramen?
Ranting ramen. Ranting ramen. There you go.
Oh, that works. What would
Monkey
I
ramen.
get? I don't even know. What do I like?
Monkey ramen. Now, what? How about ranting ramen with a little with your face as its logo?
No. It's got to be monkey ramen.
No, it's monkey ramen. I don't like ramen.
And thank you, Corey. Shrek had green and purple ketchup. He did.
Shrek's not a real person. Corey.
They also had the green ketchup before. Do you remember when they first tried that?
Was that Ghostbusters?
Yeah, and everybody was like,
No.
we're like chemically made not to want to eat green stuff, but good try.
No, it was they just tried it in actually just different colors randomly.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And it failed horribly because nobody wanted to eat that nasty looking shit.
Oh, blue ketchup. Let's see. This one comes from Froggy, who is a small redheaded woman, if I remember correctly.
Indeed.
Let's see. Mass tarantula migration expected to crawl through Colorado.
No. Stop.
Colorado.
Just stop. Please stop.
Okay.
Colorado.
All right. SD doesn't want to hear about that.
No,
thing.
don't do it.
I didn't say.
She didn't say it.
I stopped myself. What the heck? All right. Sorry, Froggy. SDA got triggered. This comes from Becca Fairley. Is she Fairly Becca? Yeah, so this exchange happened with Joe Biden at some point in the near past. A girl just had the following interaction with Joe Biden. Girl, how many genders are there? Biden, there are at least 3. Girl, what are they? Biden, don't play games with me, kid. There you go.
So that did happen.
Go super chat.
Sorry, I was watching the video there. Thank you, Pincalo the driver. Ranting Monkeys, Rainbow Ramen, and Unicorn Toast. Oh, hell no.
Ha ha.
Somebody earlier had said ranch and hot dog flavor. No, it'd have to be monkey ramen, beef flavor.
You know what's good? Well, I won't say it's good. What can be tasty, because there are things that are tasty that are bad for you. If you take beef ramen and you boil into it sliced up summer sausage, just diced maybe, or maybe just like half little silver dollars of it, and put it in there and mix it up. It tastes good. Makes it meatier.
You can put anything in ramen.
I know, I'm just saying. This one comes from Signal Boost. Top legal organization about to adopt dangerous affirmative consent resolution that defines all sex as rape unless otherwise proven.
Basically.
All right.
Whew.
It's been a few years since the dangerous affirmative consent standard has made headlines. Many colleges and universities began adopting the standard about half a decade ago, following the state of California's example. The wording changes from state to state and from school to school, but it all boils down to narrowly defining consent in such a way that it is impossible for anyone to actually have and prove consensual sex. These policies inevitably shift the burden of proof from the accuser to the accused, meaning the accused has to prove they obtained consent for an encounter that they saw at the time as consensual. Proponents of the policies have never said how accused persons would be able to defend themselves from an accusation under affirmative consent. Without video evidence that one obtained consent throughout every physical and sexual interaction, the accused would have no way to defend themselves. Even that would be risky, since someone who claims they were too drunk to consent to sex could also say they were too drunk to consent to being recorded. Given how much weight an accusation holds in today's believe all women society, a case of he said, she said would most likely default in favor of the accuser. Legal groups, law professors, and attorneys were critical of the affirmative consent standard, yet schools and states adopted it anyway. In 2015, the American Law Institute, at its annual meeting, debated the standard ahead of what was supposed to be a vote on adopting a new section of the Model Penal Code. The criticism against the standard outweighed the support, and the vote was delayed. A year later, ALI again attempted to hold a vote on a revised draft, yet further criticism delayed the vote again. In 2017, opposition precluded the group from adopting the standard once again. The draft was not included in ALI's agenda in 2018. But now, the American Bar Association appears to be picking up where ALI failed. At their annual meeting this week, the ABA will vote on a resolution that would urge state legislatures to adopt affirmative consent as the criminal definition of consent. Here's the resolution. Resolved that the American Bar Association urges legislatures and courts to define consent in sexual assault cases as the assent of a person who is competent to give consent to engage in a specific act of sexual penetration, oral sex, or sexual contact, to provide that consent is expressed by words or action in the context of all the circumstances, and to reject any requirement that sexual assault victims have a legal burden of verbal or physical resistance, unquote.
In other words, if she didn't say no, she could have still meant no.
Yeah. She could have seduced you without a word, and you could have raped her.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Dude's gonna be stiff arming bitches. Like,
Yep.
she gonna be creeping up, like rolling her fingers up your shirt. You gonna be like, bitch, no.
Oh yeah. And then it's physical assault.
Sorry.
Right.
Get away from me. No, you're a crime. No.
We're gonna have to take a taxi out of town. You wanna fuck me?
Let's wrap it up there, Scribbles. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, we've talked about the affirmative consent thing before, and it's nonsense. It just is. Thank you, Cryptic. Yeah, I might go MGTOW after this. I don't blame you, sir. Or look, just have signs up. This apartment is taped constantly. That way that they know they're being filmed as they come in, and just film it all. And then you can make money over on Pornhub.
Mm-hmm.
Just throwing that out there. If you do it right. Anyway, guys, thank you for the submissions to hashtag MSS News. And I am sorry we can't get to them all, but you guys just send in so many, and it's awesome. And we appreciate it. We really do. With that, we're moving on to the YouTube's time. And Satsu, what'd you do today?
I done uploaded a video on my cooking channel. I made salmon patties. Something I used to make as a kid, and it was delicious.
Why are you talking like that?
Because it annoys you, Scribe.
See, you're just the other SDA.
I brought two of them on to annoy you today.
I'm irreplaceable. How fucking dare you?
Sorry.
Yeah, one's black, one's female. You don't notice a difference?
You were picking on SDA.
Is that a trick question?
Just a trick question.
Okay.
I don't
One
know.
got a girl pregnant.
And Dick probably threw him off.
One got a girl pregnant. Oh, Mara Jane, what now?
SDA got that dank sperm.
Dank sperm.
She got that dank sperm. I love you,
my
SDA.
God.
What even?
But
Look. The shit that comes out of my mouth, I
You
don't
do
know where
your
it comes
best.
from.
verbal diarrhea, that's for sure.
God. Oof. Was there anything else besides the salmon patties?
As far as YouTube goes, no. I mean, I did a bunch of shit today, but YouTube, that was it.
Okay. And SDA, what did you do on the YouTubes?
On the YouTubes, I've been on a complete hiatus, which is not over, by the way. For anybody,
But
that
you're
got
here. This is
excited.
YouTube.
I know, but I'm still on hiatus. But I am.
Is it because of the dank sperm?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just too much right now. But in a couple weeks, I will have another video up. And also, in case you guys are not aware, my second book is now up on Audible, so you guys can go get it. And I'm linking it in chat right now. So yeah, there is that. And on top of that, if you guys are also into the Blackwood series, which is the other series that I write, the next book in that series is going to be coming out in October. So there's that too. It's all very exciting.
Just in time for Halloween.
I know.
Willett Ford says, if in doubt on that, talking about me, just my brain just running. Says, see Ranting Monkey on the speed of farts. Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
We did that last night.
That's what Monkey thinks about in his spare time, guys.
That's actually what I was thinking about. That was on the game stream last night, right, Satsu?
Yes, it was. And
Yeah.
flipped it and fucking sent it to me.
Scribbles, what'd you do today?
Well, you were there for it. I had a little stream time with you and Sinatra to talk about the Jeffrey Epstein suicide. I'm not sad. And all the
Hashtag not
conspiracy,
sad.
yeah, all the conspiracy theories currently or at the time running around the internet. I'm not sad. And how hilarious all the memes were. I'm not sad.
We did our game stream last night. Then I did a monkey in the morning, and then we did the morning. This broke. It was breaking right as I was waking up. I mean, it was like an hour old at that point. That the news had broken, and all the memes and everything were out there. So it was like, we gotta get on and talk about that.
Oh, I did do something else. Sorry.
What else you do?
I was working on the next theme for my night of hosting.
Oh, cool.
Yes, it's going to be Monkey Dick.
Awesome.
I found a way to do it. I won't tell you how, but I found a way.
You're going to suck monkey dick? Wait, what?
No.
I
Have
was
you
going
watched
to
the show
promote Monkey
lately?
Dick.
Wait a minute.
Okay, so with OBS, I have taken it upon myself to create little themes for each broadcast.
Oh, okay.
The first one was the Hunt for Red October, so I made it look like the Hunt for Red October poster. The next one was just like a cyberpunk thing, which I thought looked kind of cool. And the one last night was Jim Jones.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll have to
So-
go look at it. No, I haven't been like anywhere on
Yeah.
anything.
You can
I've
find-
actually been signed out of my SDA account on YouTube as well.
Well, if you go to mine, the Jim Jones one is up right now. The Cyberpunk and Hunt for Red October ones are in the Lords of the Night playlist.
I'm gonna go find the Jim Jones one.
Yeah, it should be the first thing on my page. So yeah.
Yay!
But yeah, so I found because Monkey like challenged me essentially last night to, well, I guess the next one's got to be Monkey Dick, and I was like, how am I going to do that? And I came up with an idea, and I ran with it, and I think I'm ready. So
I love it.
Oh, what's up? Plus, we have a stream coming up right after this, guys. Over on 2 Cents Plus, we'll be playing some more No Man's Sky. Satsu, you're finishing up the missions that I had done last week, so you're getting to find out what all happens with that stuff, and it's sad. It's heartbreaking.
That game's pretty damn depressing.
It's It is. The man. But I do want to point out I am not sad. I think the Clintons have never done anything wrong, and I'm not sad. And if you don't get all that, you need to be watching Monkey in the Morning. Cryptic, thank you so much. Who says the Norway Navy has barcodes on the sides of their ships so that when they arrive back in port, they're Scandinavian.
oh.
I did not see where that was going till the last word. Well done, sir. Well done indeed. Let's see. That moves us on to the humpetry time. Satsu, you got some humpetry?
Wait, why is it puppetry?
Don't worry about it.
Is it because
it
we
happened.
can't swear?
Shh. Just let it happen.
Oh God, consent, affirmative consent.
Well,
Spunky.
Yeah.
I have questions.
Ask me later.
Okay.
Satsu.
Huh?
You were saying.
Spunktree. Got it.
Mhm.
So there was a lot of interesting things going on, but the one thing that I got in today was actually about fucking Jessica, whatever the fuck.
Oh, Yaniv.
Yaniv. And we were I put up a tweet earlier saying that it's kind of shocking how many people or trans activists aren't really talking about it, because at the time when the situation was going on and I was looking at the comments when Blair was getting ready to do her stream and all that stuff, there seemed to be a whole bunch of trans people defending this person. And like the main people was like Blair, she was talking about it, and maybe one or two other people. But I'm like, there's not a lot of like, usually there's a small army of people who come forth whenever trans rights needs to be defended or some shit. And it just wasn't happening then. And because I hadn't looked in quite some time, I'm just like, man, it's kind of shocking how little waves this person has caused. Like, you would think that more trans people were speaking out. But I haven't seen any. And a whole bunch of people showed up to let me know that at least one or two people that they personally know have talked about it. And I'm just like, okay, let me explain something to you people. The fact that I say that I haven't seen a lot of it, first off, does not mean that literally nobody is standing out against it. Because like 5 people's like, oh, Blair White just did a fucking thing. And I'm like, okay. But I'm saying a lot of people. Does Blair White represent the entire community? I don't think so. So that was the first issue that I ran into with that tweet. The second issue is people seem to think that, like, because the one dude came at me and straight up said, well, if you actually conversated with trans people and paid attention outside of your echo chamber, you would hear other opinions than the ones you surround yourself with. And I'm like,
yes, Satsu.
Yeah, Jesus, Satsu, why don't you listen to anybody?
Real quick.
mm-hmm.
Since my dank sperm has been keeping me away from the interwebs, what the fuck are y'all talking about?
Jessica Yaniv? Oh, okay.
Satsu, you want to fill her in?
With a dank
Going
sperm?
on?
Well, basically, Jessica Yaniv is another trans trender who,
Okay, should I look this person up?
yeah, I
It
mean,
might help.
if you want to
Yeah.
keep your sanity, maybe not, but sure,
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
you do that.
All right.
And I'm
Yaniv, Jessica Yaniv.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
they won't shave my balls, person.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wax my balls.
Wax my balls.
Wait, the what person?
They tried to get a fucking salon put out of business because they're a trans woman, and they went into a salon and told them, you women need to wax my nuts. And they said no. And she was like, well, I'm getting this place shut down because that's discrimination.
She's actually done it to 16 different salons up there in Canada.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
this is what if this SDA. This was going to be like when you're like my age, because now you're a boomer, basically.
I've turned myself into a boomer.
Your dank sperm has aged you before your days.
It really has.
Yeah. But back to my.
I'm sorry, Satsu. I just had no idea what was going on.
Well, now you're a little caught up, at least.
Now you know, and knowing is a continual source of disappointment.
You're right.
So this one person came in with their hot take because, like I said, there was a few people kind of jumping down my throat, like, "You never looked, so how would you know?" And I'm just like, "Go away, mute." But this one person came in and said, "The alt-right has made it their agenda to give Yaniv fame. We must ask ourselves why. Yaniv is the perfect poster child for the alt-right to paint as a trans predator. Yaniv is a shit person. But why only do right-wing outlets cover it? One must wonder." And I'm like, yes, one must wonder why only right-wing outlets cover something that is detrimental to the trans community. That's an excellent fucking question. So I think the more important question is, why do you and leftist media ignore it and pretend like it's not real? Because the reason that people are pointing it out is because the trans community told us that this person, this Jessica Yaniv person, is not a person that exists. Remember when we were talking about, the possibilities of all this stuff and what can happen and with anybody being able to identify as whatever they want? They were like, that is bullshit. You're fear tactics. You're throwing fear tactics and making up shit. Nobody would ever do that. And we're like, what about this motherfucker? And obviously, this person does not represent the trans community. But it's an example. And a pretty damning one, considering the fact that this person is actually going around and making large political moves in your name. I would think you would have something to say about that. But
is Satsu's sound breaking up for you guys too?
Yeah, Satsu, you're breaking up pretty bad right now, bud.
Same for me.
I'm not doing anything, so I don't know what the deal is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just saying that I would think that they address that or want to address that, considering this person is representing the trans.
Yeah, he's fading out really bad for me.
Yeah, you are. What he's saying is that he would think they'd want to look at somebody like that. Yeah, Satsu, I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, it actually sounds like you're moving way far away from your mic and then way close again. Plus some breaking up going on in between.
Okay.
Are you with us still? Oh wait.
I don't know what's going on then, because I don't
now
have.
You sound good.
So.
Well.
I don't know. See, usually I'm playing Final Fantasy, and that's what was happening. But apparently, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, but that was one of the fuckatries I dealt with today. The other one wasn't as big, but I'm trying to fucking find it. Shit. Oh, did you guys see the picture of Trump with the nurse lady?
No.
There was a picture of him. Apparently, he went to Miami Valley Hospital to speak with the people there about the shooting or whatever, and he was taking some pictures with the people from the hospital, and the people from the hospital have been getting endless shit for taking pictures with Trump.
No, I didn't see that. Real quick, thank you, Nope, who says Satsu's mic issues made him sound more angry.
Yeah, that was weird. I usually don't have problems like that. Maybe my internet's just being weird. But yeah, there was a person who shared the phone number of every department of this medical facility and said, call these numbers and state your displeasure at those disgusting doctors taking a picture with Donald Trump.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Was it Joaquin Castro by any chance?
Well, when I shared this story, somebody said that a particular nurse in one of these pictures had gotten death threats because she was seen in a picture next to Donald Trump smiling. And I hadn't seen a story about it or anything like that. I just shared it like, look, like this shit is happening. Remember, I told the joke about be in the vicinity of Trump and basically you're an enemy of the people now. And this was an example, but Sophane was like, I didn't see any stories on that. And truth be told, I didn't either. So I corrected myself. But since then, there's definitely proof of these doctors getting shit for taking pictures with Trump, to the point to where, like I said, people are mass calling this place and basically cussing these people out for even having the nerve to take a picture anywhere near him just because he showed up. So I'll share
Of course.
I'll share the link to you guys in the chat if you want to see it. And there's this ain't the person who shared the phone numbers. That was a completely different person, and I don't know where that tweet is at anymore. So maybe somebody else who had access to that could look that up.
Yeah. Let's bombard this hospital so people can't do their job saving sick people. Good job, jackasses.
Yeah, and they were also mad at Melania and Trump because, like what Scribe said, he took the picture. She was holding the baby with a little thumbs up or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That was pretty stupid. I mean,
there was another picture of him, and a whole bunch of, it was like almost 30 doctors and nurses or whatever, and he was doing the double thumbs up this time, and everybody in the picture was smiling, and people got really pissed at that one because it was like, why the fuck are you guys acting like backdrops for Trump when he's such a disgusting person? So yeah, that made a lot of people upset. So those are the things I saw today.
Righty. SDA, do you have any humpetry?
I do not. No, I don't.
Didn't figure the boomer would. Scribbles, you got any?
No.
I think I talked about mine already. So let me just make sure I didn't miss nothing here. Yeah, most of it was all like the Epstein stuff. There was this, though. This came from the New York Times. President Trump has taken from the Democratic playbook on trade, warning about China as an economic aggressor and denouncing some free trade agreements. The party's 2020 candidates are divided over how to respond. And I said, quote, uh-oh, he's saying something that we generally agree with. What do we do? Other than that, yeah, Epstein. Yeah, and then I did a Epstein meme with Clinton and Trump doing the Dragon Ball Z fusion dance, with the result being Epstein killing himself. I thought that was funny. But that's all.
All right. As far as the Epstein thing, yeah, there was a lot of that today. The one that I do want to talk about, there's a couple of things, guys. I'm going to put it in again. If you're on Twitter, make sure you vote in the poll. I don't know how much time it's got left, but there's a poll I'm running about that. I saw one today that just blew my mind. They actually suggested that Trump and Putin killed Epstein to keep people from finding out about Epstein dying.
What?
I'm like, something doesn't compute there. But the one that really annoyed me was on my trending earlier, because with hashtag Clinton body count trending #1 in the US and across the world there for a while, the other side had to have hashtag Trump body count.
Oh, right, because yeah.
And so hashtag Trump body count popped up on my trending list with 8,251 tweets. But in that same list, Prince Andrew was 4 slots down with 53,000 tweets. And Twitter. Can we talk for just a minute? We know you're biased as fuck. But when the one that you have up at number 3, that's where it was, where Trump body count is, only has 8,000, and your number 7 has 53,000, and we can see the numbers.
Yeah.
You're just not hiding it very well.
The thing is, like, part of me, because, like, I want to be, like, as fair as possible. Part of me is like, is it geared towards us because we tweet about politics, maybe? But I just don't know. At the same time, yeah, that's so freaking blatant.
The thing is, the Prince Andrew thing is all tied in with the Epstein thing as well.
Yeah, you're right. You're totally right. And yeah, I have no excuse for that. I just do my best to not.
And I'm with you. And if he
Right.
hadn't, if Prince Andrew had been trending for any other reason, okay.
Yep. No,
okay.
you're right. You're totally right. I'm not disagreeing with you at all. And like that's what annoys the crap out of me. I'm like, I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, Twitter.
Mhm.
Stop it.
Well,
But it's not really a conspiracy because
we can see it.
yeah, we can see it. It's
I had
like,
forgotten Andrew existed until today.
Right?
Honestly.
well, earlier what I saw was the first, as soon as the Epstein news came out or whatever, Clinton body count was trending, and it had significantly way more, like hits than the Trump one. But not only did, like, for a while, like almost immediately after I saw that, the Clinton one like dropped down in the list dramatically, even though the number stated that it had way more attention. But the Trump one just appeared out of nowhere. Like it just appeared.
yeah.
Was at the top of the list with not even a quarter of the numbers. And I was like, that's strange.
Well, it's the same thing with YouTube, and this is freaking adorable to me. And like I said, it's hard for me. You have to do something freaking egregiously awful for me to be like, you know what, you're biased and you're doing this on purpose, okay? But here's the thing, YouTube, I see you. We can't talk about these subjects, but fucking Vice can put out all these things where you have a whole bunch of right-wing people talking to left-wing people, and those are their most popular videos. And in those comments, it's not left-wing people that's enjoying that content, okay? I read the comments. That's not who's commenting on that. It's almost like that kind of the political content, the stuff that people want to see and the stuff that actually gets naturally popular isn't the left-wing stuff. You're just not letting it happen. But no, it's fine when Vice does it. It's fine when Vice has like right-wing people on. That's fine. I just really fucking see, like, how much more blatant can you get?
And that was my problem with the way when I saw the list, I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Really? And there was a good reason for Andrew to be trending. The document dump yesterday specifically named him as somebody who was banging little girls.
Did we ever find out what the British press is doing with that?
No, I didn't hear, or I didn't get to talk to any of my British friends to know if that's trending like in their tabloids or anything, or on their main press. I mean, I guess I could go look at the BBC, but yeah. So I don't know what's going on with that, but to have somebody in the royal family being accused of that, you would think at least it would be somewhere over there. But switching gears completely, guys, we got to talk about Elizabeth Warren.
Do we?
Yeah, and you already know what I'm going to talk about, Scribbles, because I did it earlier too.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Warren tweeted this out. 5 years ago, Michael Brown was murdered by a white police officer in Ferguson, Missouri.
Oh, yeah.
Michael was unarmed, yet he was shot 6 times. I stand with activists and organizers who continue the fight for justice for Michael. We must confront systemic racism and police violence head on.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Brown was not murdered by police officers. Michael Brown was a violent thug who was, by all forensic accounting, getting ready to charge the police officer who shot him. He'd already tried to steal that police officer's gun. The police officer was stopping him because Michael had just strong-armed robbed a convenience store. He was not the victim you're trying to paint him out to be, Elizabeth. And I realize what you're doing. I see what you're doing because you've decided you're just going to suck up to every leftist cause there is. She started doing this all over. She's just sucking up to fucking everything. This ain't it, sweetheart. This ain't it. Michael, I'm not glad he's dead, don't get me wrong, but he wasn't murdered. Was it Darren Wilson? Is that his name?
Darren Wilson, yes.
Did not murder him. The hands up, don't shoot was a fucking lie. A fucking lie that kicked off a whole bunch of fucking lies across the country. Shut up, bitch. Seriously. I hate this part of the political season because I love the political season. You guys know that. But when you have somebody like this who's just going to go, I'm going to suck up to everything. Eat me. Just eat me. But yeah, that's all I had for today. And hashtag I'm not sad. Just saying. What about hands down, please shoot? I don't think that was how it went.
Yeah.
I want to talk about conspiracy theories themselves. Just for a moment.
Demonetized.
No, I'm not talking about conspiracies.
You already said the words.
About conspiracy theories. There's a difference. I'm not delving into a conspiracy theory. I'm talking about them as a general thing.
Okay.
Thank you, Chicago Mike, who says Elizabeth Warren is so truthful. See her Native American background. Indeed, she probably found out about Michael from some peyote ceremony she attended. I mentioned earlier. I'm surprised that my earlier stream is even still able to be found. Not that they would take it down, but they've specifically said, they're going to hide stuff if you talk about the conspiracy theories. And with the Epstein case, I mean, it's hard not to at least entertain those. And yeah, you can get way too far off and we should wait for facts, blah, 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 blah. But YouTube's stance is that they're just going to shut down conspiracy theories. And I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't either, because we can't discuss things openly and question our government at this point, because at this point we're actually questioning our government, right? Because we're talking about Hillary Clinton, who is part of a dynastic family.
Yes.
And so basically what you're saying is that in the public forum, because I'm sorry, YouTube, you are the public forum, whether you like it or not, you're the only viable video sharing platform on the planet. So suck it up. We're not allowed to question our own government and pass around ideas.
Well, I don't know if this was the case, but it felt like Twitter was specifically saying, because you saw all the articles come out, they started to pop up immediately. Conspiracy theories started to pop up, but the only thing they were calling a conspiracy theory was the talk about Clinton, not the shit about Trump.
Sure.
And I'm just like, wait a minute. They're both theories built off of what everybody is saying is a conspiracy, but only one of them is controversial, and only one of them is getting headlines in the media. So I'm a little confused by that.
Well, that's another thing I'd be interested in seeing is how this plays out over the next week or so as videos are done about this, whether or not there is a difference in YouTube's enforcement of their own rules.
Sure.
Yeah, I know. Don't laugh too hard there, Scribe.
LOL.
Does Brooke Hout still have a channel, by the way?
I know. Hey, all she did was beat a dog and spit on it.
Yeah. That's all.
I don't like the idea that we're not allowed to go down these rabbit holes. And yeah, I get it.
Sorry.
It's going to lead to people to thinking this is real.
You know what? If you think it's real, that's your fucking fault. And I can't help you. You were already stupid in the first place. And if you were already here, you're probably already going to come to that conclusion without my goddamn help. Okay? It's not my fault that you're a dumbass and I'm not your goddamn mom. Sorry.
Well, there's a interesting thing. Not Satsu. What's his name?
I don't know.
Sinatra.
Oh, yeah. So easily mixed up.
Well, all of you fuckers have S's starting your name. I'm a cripple with bad memory. What do you expect?
Oh my God, we do.
You do.
Yeah, well, how do you think that MSS News has worked the entire time?
But Sinatra's video yesterday was about how Snopes has repeatedly, and I do mean repeated, like I think the count is 20 sometimes, debunked the Babylon Bee. For those of you who don't know, the Babylon Bee is a satirical news site.
It's like The Onion.
Yeah. It's a conservative Onion, basically. And they keep writing stories debunking the Babylon Bee. So I get what you're saying there, SDA, that, you know, if you're going to come to these stupid conclusions, you're probably going to do it without me. I will disagree with you partially on there because one of the biggest reasons we still have 9/11 theories is because jet fuel, when it's burning, it can't melt steel beams. And that came from videos and websites saying that.
Well,
Your average dork on the street didn't go, I don't think it'll melt that.
Well, no, and you're right. But these ideas being discussed, the fear of people being stupid should not prevent ideas from being discussed in the public forum. And I get that these people vote in public policy. That's, you know what? That's fine. Okay. I don't like it any more than you do. But the idea that we should just protect everybody from scary conspiracy theories because some people are stupid, that's fucking retarded.
Well, it's also just a matter of freedom of thought. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
You can entertain a crazy idea without accepting it. Like,
yeah, but we're not allowed to anymore.
Yeah, we can sit there like we did this morning. We can speculate about this, that, the other thing, while at the same time, in our heart of hearts, going, it's probably not nearly as complicated as we're making it, but it's fun to imagine sometimes. You know?
It wouldn't be a problem if the crackdown. Well, I mean, it would still be a problem, but it'd be a lot less of a malicious thing, because if they were just like, okay, we want to get rid of these conspiracy theories, full stop. So wherever they're coming from, we need to stop them. And then we'd have a more universal, like, this is kind of a freedom of speech suppression thing. But it's not just that. It's like, we want to stop any conspiracy theories that aren't confirming our views.
Right.
And just those. Everything else is full game. Any conspiracy that comes out about Trump working with working with the Russians, about every fucking single person that comments on anything being a Russian spy, all that shit is accepted. Those are accepted conspiracy theories that are able to flourish, and they openly like monetize and advertise that shit. So it's not an even thing. It's a lot more malicious that way, in my opinion.
Yeah, for me, it's the not being allowed to think. We're not allowed to entertain thoughts that are not acceptable, and they get to decide what's acceptable, and that's what really, really bugs me. Who the fuck are you to make that decision of what is, especially when one of your trusted news sources is, and I am not making this up, the Young Turks.
Yeah. Oh, and what Shank said today about the whole Epstein thing. He's like, if it turns out to be suicide, everybody in that jail and the governor needs to be fired.
Well, and the thing about it is that this wouldn't be as big of an issue if YouTube genuinely was just a private company and that was that. But they're not. They just aren't. Okay, this is just I get that they are kinda, but that's not how they are functioning. And we're gonna have to update the way that we look at our laws and the way that we think about things for the modern age, because that's just the way that it be sometimes. And they might be a private company, but they're not functioning as that. They're functioning as a public forum. They're functioning as news sources for people, and in some cases, people's primary source of entertainment.
Yeah, but they're not functioning as a public forum because they're banning people, they're shadow banning people, everything else.
Right.
They could make the argument that their very actions in regulating what is and is not acceptable on their platform voids the notion that they are a public platform.
And that's another part that bothers me. We had actual hearings about how impactful these social media sites are,
Mm-hmm.
and yet they get to make all they get to actually come out in the case of Google. And, well, they didn't come out. Somebody leaked that video of their right after the election. We can't let this happen again.
Right.
Ooh, that's not a good look. All right, guys. With that, unless there's something else somebody wants to say,
No, I got it.
Rutabaga.
waffles, Satsu.
Waffles indeed.
There we go. We're going to move on to question time. Questions, comments, concerns, throw them into the chat now. I see I've accidentally kicked off a 9/11 conspiracy debate.
No.
But throw them into chat now. We'll do our best to get to them. Don't forget to come over, watch 2 Cents Plus for some No Man's Sky tonight, right after this.
I don't know if it's still up, but have you guys seen the Star Wars, like the Death Star version of the 9/11 conspiracy video?
No.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah, 9/11's hilarious.
No, this
Some
Fuck
things
you.
happen to some stormtroopers.
That's right. Some things happen to stormtroopers.
Random asks, do you think the push for affirmative consent is being backed by the sex bot industry? Sorry.
That'd be funny if it was.
That's a good conspiracy theory right there.
Yeah.
I actually, and I know that's a joke question, but in all seriousness, I think it's being backed by fucking morons. Absolutely retarded people. True or false? In 1910, a bunch of bankers and politicians secretly traveled to Jekyll Island in secret and worked out what was to become the Federal Reserve Act. I don't know.
I think that might be true.
Yeah, I'm not up on my Federal Reserve. What's the word? History. I got there. Aren't you proud of me?
Yes, they're there. Have a cookie.
Fucking frosted. Can jet fuel melt sad steel beams?
What if you are sad? What happens?
Nobody here's sad, and nobody thinks the Clintons ever
Wait,
did.
what happens if you are?
Look. There's a lot of people who have been close to the Clintons, who have knowledge, who may have knowledge of things the Clintons may have done wrong, who get very sad and end up offing themselves. Nobody
Can you
here
be
is
sad
sad.
if you're not close to the Clintons?
It's not good to take that chance.
Oh,
Monkey, do you think with the whole consent thing, that what dudes are gonna start doing is right after they finish having sex with the chick, they're gonna be like, "All right, bye. I'll see you tomorrow." Pick up the phone and like, "I'd like to report a rape. I just got a
Preemptive strike.
yeah."
We've already seen that in a college case. There was a college case where a guy, I know you were kind of being half silly. There was a college case where a guy did that.
Oh yeah.
The girl had done that to his friend. So he slept with her and immediately after ran and reported rape.
Yeah.
Do I think it'll I think it'll happen more than it should. I don't think it'll be a huge thing. Jim Healy said, "Do you see we now have someone who put a dog in a dryer?" No.
I just shared the link.
God damn it.
Satsu, why did I just spend $110 on your merch? Because you're awesome.
Wow. Because Squeedus. That's why.
This one comes from Mash. Says, Satsu, how close are you to your goal of acquiring an Oculus Quest?
With this baby coming, I'd say about 8 years I might be able to.
Lords of the Night, have you ever cooked a potato on an electric fence?
No.
I don't abuse the disabled.
W.R. Costin said, tomorrow's my birthday. Is this a conspiracy to remind you that you are 111 days older than I am? Maybe. I don't know what you're up to over there, sir. But,
no, boomer.
But we're not on the air tomorrow.
That's true.
So W.R. Costin, my friend who's been with us for a long time, another one of our longtime followers, sir, this one's for you. And a 1 and a 2.
Happy birthday to you.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I know, right?
Happy birthday to you.
So extra.
I know, right?
Happy birthday,
W.R.
Emperor W.R. Costin.
Oh my god.
My fucking god.
Yeah.
Happy
birthday
to you.
Cha cha cha.
Happy birthday, W.R. Costin. I hope you have an excellent one. I really do. Excuse me. So sorry. Ebony Williams says, Lords of the Night and STA, if you had a perfume cologne named after you, what would you call it and what would the fragrance be?
Apparently dank sperm.
That would be the greatest
Ah, God.
ever. Mine would be called Monkey and it would be ramen scented.
I feel like I've gotten this question before.
Mine would be called Goat Thrapple. And it would smell like men.
It would smell like men.
That
Yes.
is so. That can be taken so many different ways.
Yes. It'd be the manliest scent.
Smell like men.
Okay.
Smelling like men.
Like, in what context?
Like it would be sort of like a sandalwood, sort of, musky scent. It would smell manly.
Oh, like, wait, like good man cologne smell or like hot
I
go
mean.
take a shower smell?
No, not like some sweaty old guy smell. I'm talking about would smell like, expect a man to smell who's like, ready to go out on the town kind of thing.
Oh, okay. So like the
Yeah.
kind of thing like when you're a girl, like you walk past a guy and you like smell and you're like, ooh.
Yeah, like
Okay.
GQ man, that kind of
Okay.
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm talking James Bond. I'm not talking Joe Dirt.
Okay.
I thought you were talking bathhouse.
No.
what
Yeah, fat Turkish men. No.
Mine,
Satsu, did you have an answer?
it's going to be called disappointment, and it's going to smell like parental disapproval.
There you go.
Jesus.
Damn.
That is a sad cologne. Not sad.
Satsu, are you sad?
Oh, no. I'm
No, but his
I've been
customers are
told
gonna-
I'm not allowed to be sad, and I'm just.
Well, Chris R. asks, says, I feel a little sad. Could you cheer me up? The Clintons did nothing wrong. You should be nice and happy now.
Yes.
What if I don't believe you?
Then you don't get sad. Lords of the Night. Oh God, it jumped. That's what she said. There we are.
Gross.
If you were able to infiltrate a shitty sitcom and fuck with, just let it happen, SDA. Infiltrate a shitty sitcom and fuck with it, which would it be? What would you do and why? I would go to Will and Grace and take out the flamboyantly gay characters and just let gay people be there. People who happen to be fucking gay instead of, look how fucking fantastic everything is, because that does a disservice to gay people. That's why.
Wait, well, that could be the other definition of gay,
Anyhow.
I would go shoot Joey in the head.
Ouch.
Yeah,
Oof.
just get it over
That's
with. It's like he's an
rough.
idiot. He's an idiot. Goodbye.
Wait, what happened? I'm sorry. What was the question?
I would destroy Friends just because.
The question was like, how would we mess with the sitcom?
Oh, I would go to the Full House set, steal one of the twins.
Here's an idea. No, it's Full House. So I would have a very special episode of Full House with guest star Alanis Morissette.
Oh no.
And for those of you who know what I'm talking about, You know that would be awesome.
Isn't it ironic?
I don't get
you
it.
think?
Well, a little known fact: the guy who played Uncle Joey,
Yeah.
he had a thing with Alanis back in Canada when she was a minor.
He's the reason she wrote "You Ought to Know."
Yeah, that song is about him. Apparently, allegedly.
We're not sad about that either.
No.
Captain Bramble's asked, "Can jet
I didn't get to answer.
can jet fuel?" Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't have an answer for that, but I do have
God
this.
damn you.
Because, wait, no, hold on. This is great. All right. For anybody who really likes super trashy reality TV, all right, this is my new favorite show. It's on MTV, so you know it's a clusterfuck. It's called X on the Beach.
Oh God.
And it's fan-fucking-tastic, okay? Especially if you watch Are You the One? Because so many people from Are You the One are on this show. But it is so good, okay? And it's just like a clusterfuck of trashy human beings having sex, and it's great.
So your answer was, "I don't have an answer."
Yeah, but I also wanted to talk about X on the Beach.
Real
And it
quick,
was on
thank you,
topic.
Diesel Dave. Then you'll commit suicide by double tap to the back of the heart. Ooh.
So
Back of the heart.
Jesus, we're so far behind on these. Can jet fuel melt steel beams on Suicide Watch?
I got a question. Can jet fuel melt SDA's heart?
no.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
If it can't melt steel beams, how do you expect it to do that?
I don't know. That was the question, really.
Satsu, do you like Neckos, cat girls?
I don't mind cat girls.
Okay.
Hey,
That was kind of an answer.
look, I got no problem with cat girls.
It's too bad I don't know Monkey in real life. I'd feed him an Oryx burger and tell him it was beef, then reveal after he was done. What's Oryx?
I don't know. Is that like a non-beef beef?
Probably.
Vegetable beef?
Impossible Burger.
Yeah, there you go.
Should people try to ward off sadness by checking out MST3 nights on my D Live after Lords of the Night?
Maybe.
I would go watch our stream, but sure.
Yeah, but we're biased.
Maybe. But
What-
you can also ward off sadness by, oh, you know what? This will not ward off sadness, but it'll be a different kind of sadness, okay? By
No.
listening to my audiobooks. Because
Oh,
they're
there
good.
you go.
They will make you sad, but they're good.
Chicago Mike
Wow.
says, "Who's your favorite MTV VJ?" Who was the cute
Oh.
little one that looked like she'd suck a dick for $1?
Kennedy?
No, Martha Quinn.
Martha Quinn. Oh, God.
Yeah, she'd do it behind a bush. Anyone else?
No.
God, VJs from back in the day. My favorite? I don't know. Does Ricky Rackman count? Because it was always hilarious for him trying to be totally like rock and roll punk and get completely owned and ridiculed by his guests. That was
I
always
don't
kind of funny.
Know who he
Well,
is.
Ricky Rackman used to host Headbangers Ball.
Oh, okay.
And he was just, I mean, I'm sure he's a very nice man, but he was this Weasley little guy, and he was always trying to be so hardcore around all these like heavy metal bands and shit, and they would always just completely own him, and he looked like he did not belong. It was funny.
How is Squishy today?
Squishy is doing good. This is her second day off, and she got up this morning and was pacing, and I'm like, what you doing? She's like, I don't know. I feel like I have to go to work, but I know I don't. And I'm like, huh, you want to go to the store? She's like, yes, we need food. So we went to the store after I rearranged the entire living room and did a whole bunch of other shit she wanted me to do today. But she's doing good, man. We're waiting for this damn baby to hurry up.
Oh, we have another birthday. Super R99. We have a birthday.
Super 99.
Super R99. Well, Super R, around here, this is what we do for birthdays. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, well, this is different.
I hate it.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh my god.
Need all of you.
Happy birthday, dear Super R99.
Scribe died.
I'm
I know.
offended.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh my.
Happy birthday, Super R99. I hope you have a great or had a great one. Oh my goodness. Lords of the Night, do you reckon Riley Dennis actually puts his ding dong in Fiona, or do you think she just pegs him?
All
Oh,
right.
no, he puts it in.
Well, then.
Let's not
puts
think
it in.
about these things.
Yeah, I don't want to. Okay. Look, I had a very long week.
You had a
I
long
wanna
what?
Think about it. And a long week. Scribe.
Okay.
She got all that dank sperm building up.
Yeah.
right.
Okay. I helped Addie move to Columbia, and it was a lot. And we had to do a lot by ourselves because the guys
scissor?
left us. Huh?
Did you scissor?
It's
Seriously? Gross.
What?
not gross. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
It's
Yeah, that's
God,
art.
You guys.
What?
I hate both of you.
Why is it so easy to torture Satsu and SDA, but damn near impossible to insult Monkey?
What? It's not easy to
Because
twist.
Monkey has no heart.
I don't take things personally. And they get triggered easy. All we got to do is sing.
I don't
That's
actually
true.
mind the singing.
Yeah, bullshit. I call bullshit.
This jumped again. Oh my goodness. YouTube, fix your shit. Please fix your shit.
Was that a kazoo? No, that was just Scribe.
Lords of the Night, have you had brownie cake before? Nope.
No,
I've
is
had
that a
chocolate cake
thing?
I have a chocolate cake.
I bet brownie cookies, those are good. Brownie chocolate chip cookies. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, boy.
I had some of the worst pizza I have ever had
Okay.
over this past weekend, and it was so awful. It was
Okay.
disgusting. I think there was salt all over it.
Bleh.
I know. Prospero, the one with an O.
Face?
Ranting Monkey, what woman wants a man to smell like ramen? A starving Asian woman.
Oh, wow.
God damn
What?
it.
What'd I do?
I
What?
nothing at all. Keep
What I
going.
did? May I please recommend the channel Bass Fuzz? He's a good YouTuber. Oh, we've had Bass on here before.
Yeah, he's been
Yeah.
on my channel a couple times, and
I like Bass.
yeah, he's cool. I've actually talked to him directly on my channel a few times, and he's been on Lords of the Night once, I think.
Yeah, just we had him on one time.
We hit.
Lords of the Night, am I the only one that remembered the secret word is woman?
You so far, the only one I heard.
You win nothing.
Yay, the no prize. Woohoo!
Oh, Mug, how goes your goal of getting a friend's Lego set? Well, the Lego set doesn't come out till September, and I haven't actually started saving. Maybe as a Christmas gift, I'll put it to my family. I want, I really do want that though. It's Central Perk with all of them.
It's silly, is what it is.
Hey, yes, but it's okay.
Are you going to have? Are you going to play out little dramas with them? Or are you going to reenact?
Look,
episodes?
Rachel's gonna get fucked.
Whoa!
A lot. What? She was hot, dude. She's still hot. Have you seen Jennifer Aniston? God damn.
Yeah, she doesn't age.
But can jet fuel stop the world and melt with you? God damn. I'll stop the world and melt with you.
Melt steel beams.
Which is why I can't melt my heart. There you go.
Oh.
Haha.
Hey, yeah, that's something to celebrate.
What?
you could bang anyone who's currently dead back when they were alive and in their prime, who'd it be?
Oh my god. Okay, that was
It's a long way to get to. Okay, back in their prime, who's already dead.
well. No, I like that it was like specifically not corpse them or old them.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they.
Good
at least
for
they
you. Good for you for subverting all of our perverse ways.
took
that
out
we
all the
could have taken
weirdness.
that. Yeah, you did. Good for you. Good job.
Oh
Applause.
God. Oh, oof. I don't know. I don't spend too much time thinking about dead women.
My answer would have been Betty White, but she ain't dead yet.
She's still alive. Yeah, but in her prime, hell yeah.
How about? Oh, I was gonna Jane Mansfield. I guess I don't know. Brittany
God.
Murphy. That's relatively recent.
Is Carol Burnett still alive?
Yes.
Yeah, not her. Then she's not dead yet. I don't know.
Really, Carol Burnett?
Back way back when she was young.
Yeah, it must have been way back. She was always like this beanpole kind of string bean person to me.
Yeah, but she was cute and funny, man, back in the day.
Yeah, okay.
And I like funny, so that funny plays a lot with me. It really does. Satsu, is there anybody you want to bang that's dead? You said Betty White, but she's still alive.
I don't know. Aunt Jemima.
No, you
God.
didn't. No, you did not.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Aunt Jemima. Oh my God. Demonetized. I thought, set down with this. Name a dead anime character that you'd bang.
That list is way too long.
I know, right?
Oh wow. Scrolling back up. Sorry guys, it jumped again. Okay, there we are. There's the currently dead question. No, currently dead, but back when they were alive. Who's your favorite lesbian porn star? Ranting monkey. Okay, I've been over this before, guys. I don't know porn stars. And
yeah, I got asked who my favorite gay porn star is. Why do you think I know who gay porn stars are?
I'm trying to think of one that is strictly just women, and I'm having a hard time thinking of one anymore.
Even if they do buy stuff, I mean, for me, and I've said this before, I like amateur because I like going, "Ooh, that's a dirty bitch." That is just one. She ain't getting paid for that. That's just a dirty bitch. Non-Vitae Rex. So Andy Serkis is directing the Venom sequel.
Yes.
That's encouraging, right?
No, it's not. I like Andy Serkis. He's a very good actor and director. Maybe he'll bring something else to it, but it's still not having Spider-Man in it, and it's still trying to pick up where this other Venom movie. No, just no.
When's the next nipple stream? You got to take that up with Lady Monkey. That's all on her schedule.
I'm going to be a little positive and say maybe Gollum can save us.
It's Sony, and yeah, maybe he'll be able to do something with it.
I'm trying to be positive, Scribe.
No.
Okay.
No,
They ruined the character in the first movie. There's no coming back from that.
That's okay.
They literally need to reboot it already.
All right. That's fair. I did my best.
That was your best. Okay.
Look, I'm trying to be positive.
We have a metric now. Thank you.
I try to be a positive person, Scribe.
Yeah.
Check your logic ass. Is Berkeley going to get rid of the word manifesto? You'll have to check that manifesto they wrote.
Manifesto.
You ever lick a stripper pole to see what broken dreams taste like? Oh my God.
Wow.
Frosted. Oh goddamn. He comes up with some of the best questions. Lords of the Night, who would be the sweetheart of the stream, Little Butt or Baby 2 Cents?
Tonight, I think Little Butt, because Baby 2 Cents hasn't made an appearance yet.
Yeah. That would be a weird sound if.
I mean, I guess Squishy could rub her belly up against the microphone again, but.
Yeah.
Squishy, you're being requested to rub your belly against the mic.
I don't know if it was a request, but sure.
She's gonna do it anyway. She always does. Anyway,
Squishy.
she's like rotating the fucking.
Jesus.
That's the sound of Squeetus.
Okay. The sounds of Squeetus.
Scribe Light, what's your best software dude voice?
What?
Were you trying to say surfer dude?
I need clarification.
Yeah, me too.
I don't even if the question is surfer dude, I don't know that I can do anything beyond the most like bad stereotypical.
Sierra Cologne is perfect for Jack. Ask Aether Toast. Yeah, me and Jack would rock that shit, man. Go pick up sad, hungry Asian chicks. Where are we at here? Did you start the fire or was it always burning? I've started the fire too. There's SDA being asked about her favorite gay porn star.
Yay! Oh,
Hey guys, the kicks are getting worse. Like they're like straight. It looks like she's literally trying to kick her way out of her stomach.
well, she kind of is after fashion.
It's
now.
like, damn it, there's no room in here, Ma.
What'd you say?
Who?
You.
I said she's like, damn it, there's no room in here, Ma.
Yeah. Well, Squishy, she ate, but she ate too much, so she had a food baby on top of the baby baby.
No.
And she was in there like, you bitch! Kicking her ribs like crazy.
Jennifer Aniston in Horrible Bosses. Thoughts? Oh man.
No, that was something.
Oh,
That's interesting.
The idea of Jennifer Aniston being a sex crazed lunatic. Oh yeah. When did the dog fucker die?
What?
What?
Is that like an existential question?
I'm afraid to ask. What dog fucker are we talking about?
I mean, we have done stories before where it was something like a guy was arrested for abusing an animal kind of thing, but I don't know if something specific you're referring to.
And if you're talking about the one we talked about the other day, whose name I'm not going to mention again because it led to a whole lot of weirdness. Yeah, I'm not going to bring her up again. What's y'all's favorite insult to use on women? Mine's close your legs. It smells like tuna in here. I don't have a favorite insult to use specifically on men or women.
You sound like SDA.
Oh,
That is not.
that was some
You
shade.
just said that because I'm here and you're a
That's
fucking
right.
liar.
I did. I'm attempting to be funny and failing, but I tried.
Yeah, you did, and I appreciate it.
Thank
But
you. You tried to save the Venom sequel. I tried to be funny.
yeah,
We both failed.
we did. We failed together. Oh, also, school's about to start, and I'm about to stop traveling all over the place. So I didn't forget about Jessica Jones. It's on my calendar.
Yeah, you're gonna have to hurry up because that horrible season is quickly receding from my memory.
Okay, I will do my best.
All right.
Chet jumped again, so I'm just grabbing some of the last questions here because we only got 2 minutes left. Scribe, what's your favorite porno from the 90s?
Porno from the 90s. Starlet, starring Nikki Dial and PJ Sparks.
There you go. And Satsu, what's your favorite hentai character?
I don't fucking know.
All right. This seems to be to everyone. You ever super glue your pubes to a stray cat?
Didn't we have a super glue pubes question previously?
I don't remember that one.
I want to say we did the other day.
I seem to recall it wasn't that long ago that somebody asked this. It might have been the same person. That same question.
What?
Why does it have to be a stray cat?
Why would you ask that?
Because it's our audience.
Because it's fun to ask weird things. RJ wants to know if they told you that they came out to their sister and they were supportive SDA.
No, I did not see that, but that's good. I'm glad.
Is Ruth Bader Ginsburg dead? No. She just looks like she did.
I have a question about the cats question.
Yes.
Has anybody ever said yes?
Not to my knowledge. And Nutty, we're going to finish with your question. What musician's death upset you the most, Prince, by far? Guys?
Glenn Fry.
Okay.
Lane Staley.
Satsu, you got one?
No, but Squishy does.
I did.
Squish?
You listen to her all the time.
Well, that doesn't count. I was 3 when she died.
It don't matter. It disappointed you. Say her name because I don't know it.
Selena.
Selena? Oh, okay. And with that, guys, we are going to end the show because it's the time to end the show. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. Thank you for all of the engagement. It is so nice that you guys give us something to talk about. Thank you for the super chats and the Streamlabs. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate those. Don't forget to come over and watch us on 2 Cents Plus. Right after this, we'll be playing some No Man's Sky. I would like to thank SDA for joining us.
Thank you for having me on.
And thank you, Scribbles and Satsu, as always.
Yeah, whatever.
Everyone, your lives make us sad. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.